Hello.
Hello, how are you? And welcome to My Geniusiscommon. My name is Frank Hatchett, aka GL. I'm a producer, engineer, songwriter, and also I'm actually an engineer for Vibes Live radio station, Robinlynne Productions. And go ahead, shoot, ask, what do you want to know?
I want to know, how did you start out in the business? Were you always a producer?
No, I started out as a DJ. Well, actually, I started out wanting to be a drummer. That's where I first got my knack for doing production and stuff like that. Parliament Funkadelics was a big part of my life. They used to practice at my house with my mom and dad. And with that being said, I got my first drum set then. And I just loved drums. That was I always wanted to be a drummer. But, after years went by, I moved on and became a DJ. And I was DJing high school parties, clubs, college parties, homecomings, things like that. And I went from that to doing studio work. And once I got hooked on studio, that was it. I was in. Because it was just a phenomenal thing to see how you could record vocals and producing music and putting it together and actually seeing a finished product.
So I understand that your name is GL. Is that from producing or your DJing?
I got that from, God rest his soul, one of my best friends passed on, but he actually gave me the name Get Loose because I had a DJ battle that I entered, and this was kind of like one of the first times he really saw me live. I mean, he used to see me in my basement all the time, but he actually came to the DJ battle and he saw me live, and when he saw me live, he was like, man, this dude be getting loose, man. He was like, you should change your name to Get Loose, man, because you getting loose. And I was like, DJ Get Loose, and from then it stuck on, and that was over 30 years ago.
Okay, and so you said you went from DJing to producing. When I understand that at some point you were an artist.
Yeah, I was a solo artist for a while, for a couple of years in the early 80s, going into I say early 80s, 81, 82. And all throughout the 80s, I was performing and doing venues and clubs and touring here and there a little bit. Had a couple of deals on the table with, a couple of different record labels and stuff like that. And like the beginning of the early 90s, my brother, he started rapping. And then a cousin of mine was rapping and one of my best friends. So we all formed a group called The Orphans. And when we formed a group called The Orphans, we really did... we really left a landmark in Newark where we grew up at. We put out a solo album of our own independently with just our own money out of our own pocket. And with the help of, God rest his soul also, Frank Ballestieri, his name, that was our manager. We used to call him Bean. And he passed on also. But with the help of him, we put our first legitimate album out. Straight from the Orphanage was a self-titled album, and then we went on from there to do numerous projects and a couple of albums, and we hooked up with a very, very dear friend of mine, Ken Johnston, who I actually became a part of his Grammy-winning team of producers and writers and engineers and programmers and things like that. With him, we did a song that targeted Brandy's Since You Wanna Be Down remix with Latifah Light and Yo-Yo. They did a song, she did that song, and then we did a song to answer that, because in the 90s, they had a lot of songs out, and then someone would answer the song. So, that was our contribution. So,
you mean her song was... I Wanna Be Down.
And our song was Since You Wanna Be Down.
Okay.
Let Me Put You On.
By the Orphans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you say yes, your team. I understand that you won a Grammy. The team won a Grammy for Lauryn Hill's song.
Yeah, for Lauryn Hill's Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. I was on a Grammy winning award team of producers, writers, and she recorded the album in our studio where we produced everything, and it was a great experience. We dealt with Next. They came through there, and we did stuff with Blackstreet, and man, I've been around. Whoodini, Ecstasy from Whoodini, Redman. That's my man. That's my partner. Redman. I did a couple of shows with Red. Did a remix for him. Diesel Don the Governor. R.I.P. Govmatic. R.I.P. Govmatic, my man. The Artifacts, Tame One, and Elder Sensei, DJ Chaos. The list goes on. If I forgot any of y'all, man, forgive me, because it's a lot of names to remember, man. But you know, I got love for all of y'all, man. Y'all know what it is.
So, what things are you doing now?
I'm right now. My wife and I we teamed up. She has a management company, and you know, I have my production company, and everything falls under the company we put together. We merged our companies, and now it's JGHATCHETT LLC, and we do everything from marketing, promotions, distribution to production and artist development, and you know, anything that has to do with music, basically. We deal with a lot of independent artists. We help independent artists get their songs out, you know, get heard. And more than anything, we also help them learn about the music business. We help them learn about split sheets and royalties and 10% of a hook and mechanical royalties and publishing and things like that. Like, you know, the business is a very fickle business, and if you don't know and you don't have anyone to guide you, you lose. It's a never losing battle. You lose all the time. And you know, I kind of went through that early on in my career until I learned what it was to take care of paperwork. So you know, that's a very big thing with us now. We make sure that our artists are taking care of their paperwork, so that if this is something that you want to make as your career, you'll definitely receive, you know, payment as such from your paperwork, because your paperwork has to be right. If it's not right, you will never get paid, and you can have a hit record on your hands and never see the light of day from it.
What drives you to want to go back and help the artists and teach them about the business, and you know?
Because that's a good question. I never really had that. I never had anyone to tell me about royalties and split sheets and, you know, stuff like that. So
the business end of it.
The business end of it. Yeah, music is 10% talent and 90% business. And if you don't know, you'll lose. It's a losing battle. And it's a lot of sharks in this industry, man, and they'll eat you alive. So, you know, I never had that. So you know, I guess it's my duty, so to speak, to reach out and teach those who don't know, you know, especially if you're under my umbrella. And even if you're not under my umbrella, you know, I'm still willing to share information and show you, you know, what it is to take care of yourself as far as, you know, getting your just due for your talent that you have. Because that's very important. A lot of us have dreams, and dreams get shot through the sewer because, you know, you think you made it, and it's not like that, because the business isn't taken care of. You know, and it's terrible that it's like that, but you know, that's what happens. I've been jerked a couple of times, so that's really what that drives me to, you know, help artists that don't know to know. It helps me to help them know.
Okay. And you say that you guys have a business, a production company, a record label, correct?
Yeah, we have a record label. It's actually haven't launched yet, but we're still in the works of putting that together. Untapped Talent is going to be the name of the label, and you know, we're still working out the kinks with that. And but right now we're working on, you know, mixtapes with the artists that we have. We have 4 artists, I think it is 4. Yeah, 4 artists that we're working with right now, and the projects are going great. I'm looking forward to, you know, getting done with the projects so that we can start doing shows and, you know, set up. My wife is actually in talks and setting up a tour for the artists. So, you know, I just can't wait to see the outcome of, you know, what's going on with these artists, man. We're going to have some really hot material. Because I'm giving them their freedom to express themselves through art and through their music, you know, and there's nothing like being able to express yourself through music and having your paperwork correct. So this is an endeavor that I'm really, really, really blessed to be on. And also working with Trick. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Smooth the Hustler and Trigger the Gambler, but I'm doing a project with Trigger the Gambler, and that's gonna be crazy. We got some things going on with that, man. You know, Brooklyn native, and that project is gonna be crazy. That's definitely something to look out for. So.
And those are the only projects you have, or you're working on? I heard you have a Facebook Live show.
Yes, I have a Facebook Live show, but that's different from the music and production and all of that. The Facebook Live show is Hatchet Chronicles, and that's a whole different entity. We talk about relationships and current events and things like that, and that's basically a show my wife that's dear to her, that she really put together, and she asked me to do it with her, so I said I would, and it's really it's coming along. It's a good look. We're a syndicated show now, and I just thank everybody for tuning in.
Okay, all right. And so, are those all your projects? And all, as if that's not enough, it sounds like you lead a busy life.
Yeah, well for now. I'm not trying to take on more than I can handle. And if I forgot a project or two, just be on the lookout for it. You know, we'll definitely have promotions and, you know.
Okay. So, it was very nice talking to you, Mr. Hatchett.
Thank you. It was very nice talking to you guys too. And this is Frank Hatchett, and my genius is coming.